Cold wind blowing, shadows growing, creepy creatures in the night they're showing. Wee whispers filling up my mind, spooky shivers running down my spine.
Hello, welcome back to the Shivers podcast. This week I'm joined by my boy Shaka.
What's going on?
Shaka, say hi.
Yo, what's going on, everyone?
We're talking about the new Transformers movie, Transformers 1. We just went and saw it last night.
It was pretty good actually.
It's pretty good.
W's.
We're going to give it a rating out of 10 on 3. 3, 2, 1,
7. Oh.
Alright, let's jump in.
Give you a bit of a pro and cons.
Yeah,
Of
okay.
like, what's good about it. Let's start with what's good about it.
So, the animation is great. I like the art style, I like all that. The character designs, I enjoyed them as well.
Yes, going back to the OGs.
Yeah, all the G1 designs.
Even though I haven't seen any of the fucking
any
of the old ones, but
yeah, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. It had nothing to do with the Michael Bay Transformers because
oh yeah.
they all fucking suck. I'm glad to be getting away from that.
My boy Michael. I do my boy Michael like that.
Yeah, because there was Bumblebee that stepped away from it, Rise of the Beast stepped away from it, and now Transformers 1. And
This is definitely a better outcome though compared to the other two that just came out.
Yeah.
Like the
I'm glad we're stepping away from that, and this is, from what I've read, this is a prequel to the G1 cartoon, so you can watch this and then watch the G1 cartoon, and it's like, which is nice. I think that's all I got for pros.
just character design and
But yeah.
and I mean, what do you reckon of the story wise?
I guess that falls nicely into cons because that probably is my biggest issue. It feels, I've seen this movie before.
Yeah.
Like this plot has been done so many times before. It's like, I'll go into spoilers by the way. If you haven't seen it, go fucking watch it. We've seen this story plot before where, you know, they've got like this leader or whatever, and everyone is in love with it. This is Sentinel Prime, by the way. He's like the leader.
Oh, that's his name. I literally forgot about it.
He's like the leader of Iacon because all the other primes have died, and he goes up to the surface to find the Matrix of Leadership, which is the MacGuffin of the movie, to get Energon, because without the Matrix there's no Energon. So he goes up there and he's like, sorry, we can't find it, and he's got all the bots mining for Energon. And then as it turns out later in the film that the Matrix is gone, he's been lying to everyone, there's no Matrix, and he's got the bots mining for Energon for the Quintessons, I think they're called.
Yeah.
He's made a deal with them. And it's like we've seen this plot before. Like, I'm trying to think of a movie where I have seen it, where it's like...
Was that roughly similar to, like, you know, you do a deal with someone and then it's like, not as in the Transformers, but in the actual, like...
Oh, it has been done in Transformers before. In
Yeah.
Transformers 3. With Sentinel as well.
They did the same thing.
Yeah,
Like,
because Sentinel comes back down to Earth and he's like helping Optimus or whatever, but then it turns out he made a deal with Megatron where he brings Cybertron to Earth or whatever the fuck that movie was about. So it's been done before with the same character where Sentinel's like, oh, actually I'm the bad guy. Which is a bit disappointing, and I called it the second he showed up because...
I love his design though, Sentinel's design.
Yeah, I fuck with his design. But it's like the second you see him and he's telling these bots on Cybertron, it's like, sorry, I couldn't find the Matrix this time.
Yeah,
it's just a setback. And then there's like a big race, and Orion Pax, which is Optimus, and D16,
Yeah.
who will later become Megatron. They enter a race because Orion Pax is like got his heart set on finding the Matrix. And D16's like, shut the fuck up, keep your head down, do your work, whatever. I don't know if I liked Orion Pax in this movie, or Optimus.
Nah, I can see why, to be honest, because...
I don't know, like, I like his relationship with D16 and I'm not calling him that, it's Optimus and Megatron. Fuck.
Yeah, it's Megatron, bro.
I liked his relationship with
He was-
Megatron because they were like, bro.
Yeah, like homies.
Bro.
Homies.
I like Megatron more than Orion Pax, and I think Megatron's arc was more believable and enjoyable than Optimus's.
He went full ape, like, at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
He just didn't give a fuck about anyone. He
No.
was like...
There's an incident at the mines because they're all mining bots. And Megatron and Optimus are down in the mines, and a leader, played by Scarlett Johansson, is like the supervisor or whatever.
Yeah.
And the mine starts to like collapse, and they're all trying to get out, and then Jazz gets stuck underneath a rock, and then Alita's like, no, leave him. And Optimus,
Which is absolutely diabolical, by the way. Leave my man like that.
Fuck Jazz.
No, fuck that guy.
He's lost cause, bro. So they save him, and then Alita gets fired immediately.
Yeah.
And then she's got beef with Optimus now.
Everyone's got beef with Optimus, obviously.
Which is crazy as well. Everyone hates this guy.
Even his homie, he's bro.
Exactly.
His day one. He's like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, so they enter in a race where Optimus is like, we have to enter this race to like show that the lower class bots are as good as the transforming bots, because there's like a big class.
Badassatron.
Like there's a big like theme of movies, like class and whatever. And so Optimus is like, yeah, we need to enter in this race that only transforming bots enter, so we can show that the little bots are worth something as well, whatever. And it's like, okay, yeah, cool, whatever. And Megatron's like, no, we can't do that, we'll just embarrass ourselves, we'll get in trouble, whatever. And they almost win.
It's hell bricked about it. He's
Yeah.
like, we're just miners. Like, we have got nothing to like stand for, whatever. Like, oh.
And then Sentinel comes down and he's like, you guys did great. He's like, I love this.
Started like me writing them the whole
Yeah.
time. I'm like, this shit slaps.
Yeah, Sentinel's like, I'll have a party and you guys are invited or whatever.
Which turned out to be a lie, but yeah.
But then one of the transforming bots take him down to waste management, and that's where we meet the worst character in the whole fucking film, Bumblebee.
Yeah. Potentially the most annoying
Oh my god,
character I've ever seen.
I've
There's some annoying video game characters and movie characters out there, but fuck.
he's up there because I've seen an interview with.
Who did he voice? Like, who was that voice? Do you know?
Yeah, it's the guy from Key and Peele.
He did a really good job of absolutely making the most annoying character.
And I'll put it in the video. But
Sorry, B. I love you, B, but like.
I'll put it in the video, but there's an interview he did where he was saying, yeah, when the Bumblebee I grew up on, he was a talker, and he's like, I hate what Michael Bay did to him. He just made him talk in like radio, which I don't like that as well.
We're Transformers! We are Transformers! I really enjoyed being able to give Bumblebee a voice. Oh! I'm B-127, but you can call me Badassatron. We're gonna call you B. Over the last few movies, he speaks through the radio inside of the Volkswagen, which I thought was so cool. And transform! I need wheels! But now we get to imbue him with personality through his voice. And I was really honored that I got the opportunity to do that.
But oh my god.
But he just yapped and yapped. Badassatron.
Oh my god. It was funny the first time.
Yeah, and then he just kept
But
going
after
with
4 and 5,
fuck.
it kind of lost its fucking... Bumblebee is the worst character in this film, without a fucking doubt. He's so fucking annoying.
No, you can't do that to my man.
Like, he has a few funny bits, and that's good, but like, he just overdoes it.
Yeah,
Which is disappointing.
but they found him in the obviously there's like they've been told there's only 40 tiers like
Yeah, 40,
or levels
Levels of this, like,
of them, like wherever they work, like the
Yeah.
mining like area.
and so there's only 40, and then they get dropped down into this, like, level 50, and then Bumblebee's there, and he's like, welcome to level 50, and they're like,
Yeah.
I thought there's only 40 levels, and he's like, no.
And it's just like nah.
And he's been there for like years
And
years
that was the
by
first of the lies that they've
Yeah,
been told.
yeah.
But
That's
wait,
it.
there's more.
And then there's this one bit, which I really enjoy, where Bumblebee's like, here's my friends, meet the crew, and it's like just
And it's just
pieces of shit piled together.
literal piles of like scrap.
Yeah, and he's like, this is my mate A-Tron, and then I had a good laugh to myself. I thought that was pretty funny.
Ron, where are you? Where is Ron right now?
This deep cut reference.
Yeah.
And then Optimus, he knocks one of the heads off one of them,
Yeah.
and then there's like a little...
It's like a little like chip. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a little chip with like a hologram in it, and that's got a distress call from the primes.
From the OG primes, and then it's
and it has coordinates to where the Matrix is.
yeah.
And then that pretty much sets off the chain of events. Optimus is like, we have to go get it, and then Megatron's like, no, and then Optimus is like, please, and then Megatron's like, you make a good point.
Yeah.
And then they just go.
Didn't take much convincing.
There's no argument at all. Yeah, so once the three of them, Bumblebee, Megatron, and Optimus, climb up this waste chute, then they go onto this Energon train. Well, it's a waste train, isn't it?
It's like a, yeah, and they get sent to the what is it called, Overworld? Oh, not Overworld,
the up top, basically.
Yeah.
So they've got Icon, which is like the center of like the Cybertron, and there's the up top, which is like inhabitable and dangerous, and they're not allowed up there. And this train takes toxic waste and goes up there, and they hitch a ride on this train, and they also manage to get a leader on board, and she is not keen. She wants to put a stop to it because she's so set on her job. Because she got demoted.
And she's bricked about it, and she's like, "Fuck these guys."
I need to get my supervisor position.
Yeah. She's just work. She just thinks about work.
Yeah. And then so they all end up going up top, and the train crashes or whatever.
What are they? The crystals or whatever, like the giant, like they start growing and.
Yeah, I've got no idea what the fuck that was.
What they all were, and but it was like.
Yeah, they like start growing out of the ground, and the train derails or whatever. This is something I want to mention. I really enjoy this. The trains and all the roads, they'll transform and like build in front of wherever they're driving.
As they're going.
You can go wherever the fuck. I think that's really cool. That's a nice touch.
Good detail, yeah.
So they crash, and then they find out that the Quintessons are still around, because I think they were under the impression that they were all gone.
Yeah.
They're still around, which is like, oh, okay, that's not right. Sentinel told us they're all dead. Red flag.
So after the train incident,
like
they get crashed and whatever, they're now on board. Everyone's on board now.
Yeah.
So like, cause she got nowhere to go now.
Yeah, she's like, fuck, I guess I have to.
L job promotion. So she's like, nah, I gotta go with you bozos now. So.
Well, because Bumblebee is like has no friends, so he'll follow these fuckheads wherever they go. And then Optimus his motivation is he wants to get the Matrix to help the planet with Energon, and then Megatron's like, he wants to hand the Matrix to Sentinel so he can be like...
so they can get a bit of a...
So they're not treated like shit, basically. Yeah. We're told that the lower class bots don't have a transforming cog, so none of them can transform.
They're cogless.
Yeah.
They got no cog.
Cogless miners.
Cogless miners.
And so that'll come up later. So that's all their motivations.
The Quintesson ship like comes over, and then they like avoid getting scanned, like the deers, whatever.
Yeah.
The deers would get that one deer that just got lasered for like no reason.
That was crazy.
And then after that, it was they
go to a cave, don't they?
Yeah, they like getting chased, obviously, and then they fall down the cave or whatever.
And then so they find the graveyard of all the original primes. One of the primes, I can't remember his fucking name.
Anyway, he's old as hell.
Yeah.
Old as hell.
So they're all dead except for him because he's still got a spark left, I think. I think Spark's still alive. So they feed him some Energon and he comes back to life. And then the bots are like, we're here to find the Matrix and help Sentinel. And then this prime's like, well, no. Sentinel's a fucking spineless c***. And then he shows them this hologram where they all went down to this cave because they were being hunted by the Quintessons. Sentinel made a deal with the Quintessons to kill all the primes so he could get the Matrix, and then he would mine Energon and feed it to him. Pretty
much his bitch, basically. And if he doesn't give it his energy, he's pretty much like going to kill him, obviously.
Yeah.
And he's sort of in this continuous loop of just like getting him more energy, and it's just like he's kind of fucked about it anyway.
Basically, So that's the big like revelation of the movie, where it's like, oh, okay, this guy that we worship and put in charge, he's conspiring with the enemy, basically. Yeah,
and it's lied to us.
Yeah.
Well, the Prime guy, obviously tells him all the backstory and whatnot.
Yeah. And
Megatron, he just like obviously. The truth hurts, and he gets bricked as hell. And then for the rest of the movie, he's mad as hell.
Yeah, I feel like he does a complete 180 at this point. Though. I think that's my.
He was so like happy, and then
he
was like immediately. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
His mood switched, and he just hated everyone except obviously Sentinel.
Yeah. So then this Prime, he gives this big fucking lore dump where he's like transforming. What makes a transformer? Basically, and then he's like, he gives all these 4 transforming cogs, so now that they can transform.
Look badass, by the way. Designs, the transformations and all that,
They make a run for it, and the Quintessons come down and they capture this Prime.
Yeah, they're getting chased, and then they get
find the High Guard or whatever the fuck, which are basically the Decepticons. You got some name drops there. We've got Starscream, Soundwave and Shockwave, and then a few other Decepticons, but those are like the big 3. And basically they were like guards of Iacon and Cybertron. I think after Sentinel made the deal, they all scattered on the surface, and then Megatron goes fucking apeshit on Starscream.
He gets... They just have a big dick measuring competition, basically. And then he literally grows one out of his arm.
Yeah.
And big boys him little pretty much, and he's like...
Megatron's like, I'm not bowing down to anyone. And he's about to walk away, and Starscream's like...
Oh, he was... made him his bitch, basically.
He grabbed him by the balls and was like, fuck you. And then Megatron takes charge, and he's like, to me, my Decepticons... But not really. But basically what he's getting at. Is that when they all agree to like, hey, let's go back and like tell everyone what's going on?
But then they get attacked, or they get found out by the drones or whatever they come, and then they arachnid that ugly ass bitch, by the way.
I mean, hey.
Wood?
She kind of bad though. No. They get found out and...
Well, they capture as many people as they can, and then everyone just gets...
There's just Optimus and a leader that are left, and then a few of the Decepticons like Shockwave and Soundwave, they're fine. So you've got half the Transformers in Iacon and the other half back on the surface. And there's a big fucking confrontation between Megatron and Sentinel. That's when Sentinel says, alright, this is my plan. You guys might know the truth, but I'm going to execute you in front of everyone and tell them, you guys made this deal. And it's like, okay. And then so Megatron gets real pressed about that, so he gets up, and then Sentinel brands him with Megatronus Prime's like face, because that's like Megatron's hero. And that's where the Decepticon logo comes from. It's his face.
They got rid of his sick decal, his sticker, his shiny sticker.
So Optimus gave Megatron like a decal sticker of Megatronus, and he stuck it on his arm. And it's like,
and he's like, yo, it was like a new tattoo for him. He was like sick.
Yeah, he got like a little brand or whatever.
And then he violated my boy's chest like that.
Yeah, and then Optimus and Elita on the surface, and they're gonna come down.
They eventually convince all the other the high guards to join forces or whatever and take down Icon, whatever, all that.
Yeah, and they're like, but we need an army, and it's like, we've got an army. And then Optimus goes back down to Icon on the train, and he recruits all like the cogless miners.
The miners.
So he recruits all them because he tells them like, this is what's going on. Sentinel's been lying to us. And they're like, that's fucked up. So he gets help from all these bots. Big fight. They do a big fight.
Massive fight.
So the train comes in.
It sort of just happens all of a sudden though, but
yeah.
Before that, Megatron, obviously, he stands on business though, I'll give him that.
Fuck around this guy.
And then the Sentinel's like, boy toys him, punches him on the ground, makes him his bitch again.
Puts him put down, basically.
And then then they finally, the train, comes flying through, and then that arachnid chick sees her, like horny detected, and then they run. Oh yeah, they obviously have a huge fight start, and they're like, "You're not gonna make it because there's too many Transformers coming at us." Yeah. And then the miners, the miners come to help.
Yeah. And so this train comes down from the surface and crashes right into the building where Sentinel is, and then all the prisoners get freed. Megatron's like, I'm gonna fuck this guy up.
Yeah. He didn't waste no time either. No. He was in there.
And so it's so weird though, seeing Megatron or D16 go from like this really chill guy. He's like the reasonable, calm one, trying to like keeping Optimus in check the whole film. And then the second he finds out that he's been lied to, it's just a complete 180, and he goes fucking apeshit, and it's so like jarring.
You'd see the villain arc like building in him.
Yeah, which it's more believable than Optimus, who once him and Megatron have this big scrap, and he's about ready to kill. He's like got his gun aimed at Sentinel, and he's like, sorry, and then Optimus is trying to stop him, and he's like, well, we can't rebuild Cybertron with an execution or whatever.
Yeah, he's like,
W line though.
Yeah, this ain't this ain't it, B. He was like, this ain't it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, get out of my way, fool. Like, what are you doing, bro? He's like right there.
And he's about to shoot.
He's been lied to us. He's lied to us this whole time. I'm gonna make him pay. And then
he jumps.
And then he pushes Optimus out the way, and he's like, fuck that guy. And he walks up to him. He's just about to shoot him. Yeah. Bro, my man Optimus makes a noble sacrifice.
That's it.
And just fucking jumps in front of him and shoots him. Or shoots his like chest.
His whole arm off.
Like his, what is it? Right side of his chest, but massive hole. Right?
Yeah, he lost an arm and he fell down. Oh no, he's about to fall down.
And
Megatron catches him, and he's like,
a real movie plot scene right here. It's like, why did you done this?
Yeah.
Like, grabbing his arm, and he's just like, something just switched to him.
He's like, I'm done saving you.
And he's just
and
like,
he drops him.
And
then so Optimus,
oh my man.
he falls and whatever.
Saddest part of the whole movie.
And then we get like two different shots. It like swaps between Megatron and Optimus, where Optimus falls to the center of Cybertron. That's where the Matrix is, because it's where like I assume it's like the spirits of the primes or whatever the fuck.
It's just the whole energy down there. It's just like,
and it like rebuilds the Matrix of leadership, and the primes are like, we deem you worthy. And then it cuts back to Megatron, who is like tearing Sentinel in half above his head.
Which is like the most like intense thing I've seen in the movie so far.
Yeah,
it's just like the rip.
So it just cuts between them two, and then it shows you Optimus transforming into a prime, and then Megatron steals the cog from Sentinel. And it's both of them transforming to like their prime version or whatever.
It was actually kind of badass in my opinion.
How the fuck does Optimus get it?
Megatron, you know, you've been on this huge like villain arc, but like that scene there where you like rip the cog out and put it in yourself. It's
crazy
like,
stuff. Diabolical.
Like the aura must have been insane.
And then Optimus makes his way back up, and then he has a big fight with Megatron and gets his fucking axe from the G1 cartoon. It's so sick.
Oh.
And then he opens a can of whoop ass.
He's got a hand axe.
Yeah.
By the way, B with his
knife hands. Crazy work. Yeah, so there's a big fight again, and Megatron's like sucking the dick of the High Guard, and he's like, no more primes. He's like, I will lead you.
Yeah.
And all the
no more lies. Like I will build a better future, whatever. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. And then Optimus is like, this isn't the way. And
then
like,
he comes back like what did you say, boy?
And then they have a big fight. Optimus wins, and he's got him beat, and he's like, you're banished.
Bro, he's like, you've got the, what's it called again? The
Matrix.
Yeah, he's like, how did you get it? How are you deemed worthy?
Yeah. So then, Optimus banishes him, and he takes the High Guard with him, and then Optimus holds the
sick fight scene too.
W fight scene. So he holds this Matrix up, and then Energon's restored, and so the heroes win the day.
Everyone else gets their cogs too, eventually.
Yeah. And that's pretty much the end of the movie. But something I have an issue with is it never wraps up anything with the Quintessons.
Oh, yeah.
They're just left up there.
I'm sure they're going to do another one though, right?
Oh, for sure. They got to leave something. But it's just odd. I assume they would have, like...
It was kind of a dumb, like, post-credit scene too. Like, didn't really show much. Like, it was just about the Quintessons, like...
Yeah. So we had to leave our cinema because there was two post-credit scenes. There's one where it's Bumblebee talking to his, like, scrap friends or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, like, saying how badass he is now and...
Badassatron.
Yeah. And then we had to leave after that because the workers were coming in, like, cleaning all the seats and whatever. So, like, alright, we'll watch it on YouTube. And basically it's this, like, montage of Megatron putting the emblem on all of the High Guard. And he's like, to me, my Decepticons!
Yeah, we are Decepticons!
Yeah, that's pretty boss.
That's a villain. That's a villain right there.
Yeah. So, I want to talk about the voice acting. I thought most of it was pretty good. I love Steve Buscemi as Starscream. Because it's Steve Buscemi's normal voice, and then Megatron gets into a fight with him and he like crushes his throat, and that's how he sounds so fucking which I love. That was so awesome.
Real voice.
Yeah, overall I think the voice acting is really good. I think with Bumblebee, Keegan or whatever, I think it was just a little bit ham-fisted. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I didn't think it was like terrible. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I think if this is like the start of like a series, you know, Transformers 1, 2, 3. If that's the road they're gonna go down, I think that's fine. I think it's probably a good jumping off point.
As long as they stick to, you know, like the original like story of it, like they don't like go sidetracked and sort of do something like a little bit. I don't mind if it's a little different towards like how it's meant to be, but But they should keep it like pretty common though, pretty like the same throughout the whole thing. Megatron's coming for you.
That's it. No, I think if this is the start of another reboot franchise, whatever, I think it's a good start because it has a lot of room for improvement and a lot of places it could go. And because it's completely computer animated, so they could do anything they wanted.
Yeah.
Like with Michael Bay's stuff, it was kind of grounded's the wrong word because obviously it's not, but you know.
Directed by Michael Bay.
Big
explosion.
I was waiting for Linkin Park to start playing at the end. But yeah, no, I think it's a good place to start, and I think this movie alone was better than all 5 of the Michael Bay Transformers movies.
Whoa, massive take.
Maybe except for the first one. I think the first Transformers was really good.
There's probably 1 or 2 of those Michael Bay ones that are like better. Not all of them together. This one movie is like better.
Yeah.
Obviously they got the there's 2 completely different like
beasts. Yeah.
Like 2 different things. Yeah, so it's.
Yeah.
I don't want to compare one to another, but it's like.
Yeah, that's true. It's like apples and oranges. It is hard to compare. But no, I think this is a good place to start for.
This is Transformers Redemption.
I think so.
To make a really good series.
We are. But it's so weird because after the last night, I think they went and did Bumblebee, and that was like them saying, "Okay, we fucked up. Let's start again."
Yeah.
And then Rise of the Beast was a sequel to Bumblebee, and then I think with Rise of the Beast, I think they fell into the same problem with Michael Bay's movies, where it's just like flashy and over the top, and then so obviously this time around they're like, okay, let's just do small scale, let's do Cybertron, and we'll go from there.
They sort of went back to the basics of it as well, like
Yeah.
as in just like
It was a cute little origin story.
what Transformers, like the lore, like where it all started, and
Yeah.
how it where everything originated from. So
Yeah, that's it. Closing thoughts. I think it was really good. Some of the stuff we've seen before, like, you know, the plot, it's really like been overdone, which is fine, but I think it was just them giving us something we've all seen before to build on that, you know, with like Transformers stuff.
this is just a start to this movie to like something that's going to be, well, hopefully better within the next 2 movies or whatever, how many they do.
Yeah, for sure. But I think if you are a Transformers fan, you'll love this.
W movie. I'm going to give it a 7.5 instead, actually.
That's great. That's a crazy take.
7.5. I'm feeling a little generous. Yeah.
What do you think?
It's the worst movie ever.
I want to go best movie ever.
Oh, that's rough. Actually, yeah. Nah, I'm tripping. That sounds really bad if I say worst movie ever.
That's crazy.
That's crazy take. No, yeah. Best movie ever then.
Yeah, sure.
Changed my mind because I was like, oh, I'm going to get flamed about that.
Alright. Yeah, we're just got a short episode this week. Hope you've enjoyed.
Overall, good movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Good movie.
Alright, well, thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time.
Laters.
Bye.
Moonlight glimmer, stars start to fade. Haunted houses with secrets they breathe. The witching hour, the midnight hour, I feel the presence of some supernatural power.